So the question I wanted to ask is what values and standards you bring to your work every single day. And this could be the work you do personally. This could be the work working with your team at Baronfig. What comes to mind?
Sure, I'm going to keep this one short and sweet. The most important value at Baronfig, aside from one's like respect and trust, which are fundamental human standards. So it's not even up for discussion, right? The standard, the expectation that we have for everyone is one of experimentation. Everything we do, we have to understand is an experiment. And it's small things like, hey, we're going to try this product or that, sure, whatever. But it's also things that affect the team's life, like we have a 4-day work week at Baronfig. That was an experiment last September that we ran September through December with the understanding that if it didn't work out, we were going to go back to 5 days. And we laid out what that meant for the team in terms of success and failure. And we're very upfront because I'm candid with my team in the sense that I don't want to work 5 days if I could work 4. I'm not an addict to my office chair at all. But at the same time, we have a job to do. Apologize for the siren out there. So experimentation, that's the value.
I love that value. I also, just reflecting on that, just thinking about it as you were saying it, what comes to mind is, I think as a designer, you get very comfortable with experimentation because that's how you land on good ideas. It's how you find great ideas. But what I've noticed is that most people that, I think don't have that relationship to experimentation can be very uncomfortable because I think they interpret experiments as nonstop change. And so they have this almost immediate adverse visceral reaction to doing experiments and then being in experimentation culture. Do you have any tips for people or have you done anything with your team to try to get them comfortable with experimentation?
I explained the premise of why we look at it that way. It's that we're not going to get things right at the first try, right? And human beings, for some reason, our logical side understands completely. Daniel, I know I'm not going to get it right the first try. I mean, you're a designer, not that we're unicorn creatures here, but you understand, like you said. But at the same time, when we don't get it right, or when most people don't get it right on the first try, even though logically they know they shouldn't, they get discouraged, they get disappointed, they get frustrated. And I have open conversations with my team all the time about what that means, especially back when we first started. Now it's sort of ingrained as new people come along, everyone sweeps them up in this. So really just keeping an open dialogue. And the other thing is I share my failures, and I'm like the first dude to share failures at Baronfig. Look at the crap I just made today. Look at this garbage I wrote. Or like if I made a bad decision that is only able to be identified 6 months or a year later, like I just, even though no one's asking, I talk about it and I'm like, oh my God, I wish I didn't do that. That's the best we did at the time. And who knows what the best we're doing today that won't be good. And it's fine. If I'm not mad, why the hell would you guys care? Like, if I don't get mad, I hate to use this word, but if the boss isn't getting angry, what the hell are you getting angry for? Like, if I'm like, no big deal, let it go.